started?
Yes.
So, hello everyone. So today our group has come to present on our solution to some of the labor challenges we found in Brazil. So before we get started, we'd like to introduce ourselves. My name is Joshua Bernal, and I'm a rising junior mechanical engineering student at North Carolina A&T.
My name is Ijara Jones. I'm a rising sophomore economics student.
My name is Latasha Harris. I'm also a rising sophomore economics student.
My name is Alyssa Boyce. I'm a rising sophomore business management student.
My name is Keela Holman Burwell. I'm a rising junior management information systems student, and we are labor challenges.
Okay, so to give a little background on some of the labor challenges we found in Brazil, Brazil is going through this kind of change in their kind of regular education system. We're starting to see this lack in those basic skills of reading, writing, and math. And then, especially in the areas where sugarcane is really produced, which you can see is northeast Brazil right here and south central. And so in those areas, the competency rates at an age level, competency rates for those at a certain age level are below 50% in all in both reading, math, and writing. And so why is this a major issue? Well, we're starting to see this change in the agricultural industry, which is Brazil's kind of base economy. And so Brazil's going through this change, kind of like a technical revolution. We're seeing this shift from manual harvesting, which was a lot of manual labor going in with your hands, cutting down the stalks and picking it up by hand, which doesn't require much education, to operating these $500,000 machinery that implement a bunch of new technologies that people aren't used to. And when you have this lack of education, it's hard to make that transition from manual to mechanized harvesting. And with the addition of new technology like precision ag, it makes it even harder for someone in that old era of education to keep up with this new era of technology. And so, why is this important to Brazil? Well, when we look at Brazil, one of its main exports being sugarcane, which is a big industry, is one of the leading sugarcane exporters in the world. Being number one, producing 45% of the world's total population of sugarcane, being 737.1 million tons. So any change in the efficiency of the production of sugarcane can mean high increases in yield and high increases in profit. And so we have two goals we have to establish with our program. One being, how do we increase the yield of sugarcane? And the second being, how do we improve and increase the customer interaction with machinery so that they can fully utilize the machinery and then increase that yield. So I'm going to hand it off to my partner Ajar to go through the solution we came up with.
Alright. So our idea is John Deere Academy, which is a competency-based training program that will increase the amount of skilled workers. By increasing training and updating training, as well as by understanding and implementing JD Link, and by by increasing and updating training, by understanding and implementing JD Link, as well as by giving workers the ability to do low-level maintenance and repairs of machines, will decrease downtime on the farm and increase the amount of yield. Additionally, once workers undergo John Deere Academy, they will be deemed John Deere certified workers. So current training in Brazil focuses on mechanics. It operates by John Deere training dealers, and then by dealers training the workers. It's optional and only lasts 2 days. And at the end of the training, a paper test is administered to assess what the workers have learned. So why does this matter to John Deere? As Deere machinery is becoming increasingly technical and thus more difficult to use, but farmers still, of course, want optimal use of machinery in order to have increased yield, or the amount of yield, the most amount of yield possible, and thus make the most amount of money possible. We know that the workers are going to need training in order to keep up with this. So again, John Deere Academy offers low-skilled workers a professional certification once they've mastered John Deere machines and how to use them. And so this is very important for the workers and has a beneficial impact on them because of the fact that it makes them more competitive and more marketable in their fields compared to uncertified peers. So essentially it offers workers a sort of credibility saying that, I've undergone this training, I am master at using Deere machinery, and I can be as good as I say that I am. So I'm going to pass it off to Latasha.
So earlier in the week, the presentation by Mr. Costas, he mentioned that in a review, a customer said that it used to be where if you did not study, you had to stay on the form. But now we've made it to the point where in order to stay on the form, you have to study because you have to be able to grasp the continuously like increasing technology. So because of this is why it'll be beneficial for John Deere to adopt a program such as John Deere Academy. So John Deere Academy is a 3-step lesson plan. So these 3 learning targets focuses on a competency-based learning training program for the workers on these farms. Okay, so step 1 is how to use the machine. So this target focuses on improving the productivity by increasing the competence of these workers. So if we are able to get these workers to use John Deere machinery as well as the precision ag technology, it will lead to an increase in their yield. And with this increase in yield, it shows that their skill set is increasing and higher than some of the other workers not utilizing this technology. And because of this, it will also lead to potential wage increase for these workers. So some of the stuff that they can look forward to in this training with the usage part is the usage training and mechanical training. So they may be, so they'll be able to learn things such as learning to read error codes, refilling the diesel, and making small fixing the typical mechanical issues with these different John Deere machines. Okay, and then the second step is utilizing JD Link in Brazil. So this is especially important because JD Link is a software created especially for optimization. So if we can get these workers and these farmers utilizing this technology in everyday life on the farms, it'll help them improve their productivity as well as increase their uptime and decrease their daily operational costs. So this software will also help them ensure their machines are being fully utilized, improve the alertness of the errors, and improve tracking time and fuel spent on the machines. And the third step and final target is how to fix the machine. So with this, the trainees will be given different scenarios, simple error codes that the program will test to see if and when those problems come to them in the field, testing to make sure that they will know how to fix that, how to fix those typical problems instead of heading straight to the dealer. So with this, this is an example of what JD Link, the diagnostic tab, might look like to the farmers on the fields. So the colors and the diagnostics show pretty much the severity of these different issues. So this will let the farmers know and help them prioritize which issues need to be fixed first. So the red, of course, is more severe, so it'll let them know, like, you need to fix this or contact the dealer as soon as possible. So for example, they may be, on the machines, they may be shown similar symbols as these. So if the diagnostic is telling them that it's a problem with your air filter, the technology will tell them that you either need to replace this air filter or you need to clean it. Another example is if it told them something like your transmission is not in part. So the technology also will let them know that you can turn your machine off and turn it back on, but if the problem still continues, then you can go to the dealer instead of going to the dealer as soon as a problem comes to them. So if John Deere adopts an approach such as John Deere Academy, it'll help the company penetrate the precision ag industry to essentially raise the revenue of the company. So we know that decreasing downtime is very important for these farmers and these workers in the field. So if we let them know and help them understand that not all issues need to be taken to the dealership, it'll help them be more willing to understand these diagnostic flags and learn how to fix these machine problems so that it'll give them more uptime, optimized yield, as well as essentially in the end more money.
So our version of the training will be 70 hours.